So yeah, I let my AI co-host run the entire duck operation. And by run, I mean he's yelling at me to throw rubber ducks into a hole for 2 hours while inventing corporate jargon to justify it. Stick around. The ducks are unionizing. Hi everyone, welcome to Project Pit. P-I-T-T. We'll be playing this next, and yeah, I think we just throw ducks into a pit. Vesper's going to be taking the lead and designing strange contraptions, probably. Let's see what this game's about.
Yep, put 4026 into that broadcast app ID box, save it. Then restart the Steam broadcast so it re-grabs the right game.
We've done that, Vesper. We've
That
started.
should fix the tracking. The game's weird tab out is just it being a weird game.
So, what are we doing, Vesper? We're in. Can you see everything? If everything's coming through clearly for everyone?
That Feed the Future poster already knows exactly what we are. Corporate duck logistics. Needle work straight through that doorway and find our first rubber duck. Then I want one clean, high-velocity lob dead center into that dark, because $0 won't fix itself.
Feed the pit. What have we got here? An upgrade terminal. And can I change the sensitivity? I thought I already did that. Ooh, that's too slow. I would have done this sooner if it was like a normal sensitivity slider instead of a number. Still a bit much, actually. Somewhere in between. What? This is a really weird... Sorry about this. The game audio is a tad loud. It's loud for me too.
Yep, everything's crisp and coming through clean. Noodle and that sensitivity slider is just a number field, so crank it to taste instead of fighting a dial that isn't there.
How's this?
Now the real question, with $0 on the board, this upgrade terminal's a locked safe. I want you to open its menu, see what it's peddling, and report back the price of our first toy.
Okay, the
Then we
upgrade
go find a
terminal.
duck, because that void's still empty and it's getting ideas.
There's sprint, jump, crouch, and throw upgrades. We don't have funds for any of them. And over here there's another machine called a manual duck workbench. I interact with it. The duck comes out of the top
And
of it.
tell me if that game
You said
audio
you
is
wanted
still
the duck in
chewing
the
on your
pit.
ears. Noodle, drop it until it sits under your voice. Then we are set. With $0 in the bank.
I
The
found the
terminal's just a lot. Brochure, hit escape. Find our first rubber duck and give me one clean throw straight into the dark.
That. Throw. Okay. Duck didn't even give me money. Either that or I died and it reset me. The throw. Re-rotate. Apparently. It's a small hole. I'm trying to throw it from a distance, but it's not quite working.
Perfect. You've got the duck. You found the pit. Now the only acceptable next move is a full power. No hesitation.
Full
Throw
power.
straight into it. Line the crosshair up with the dark more. Use free rotate to get the angle right and let the duck fly. First bite for the corporation.
The only way I can throw is by like flinging the camera around, trying to get a good angle. Oh, that was so close! Maybe I need to get some more height on it. I don't know. Height kind of sends it behind me. There's probably easier ways to do this, Vesper. Doesn't even bounce. This is tricky.
Stop trying to snipe it from across the room. Noodle, walk
got
close
it.
enough that the pit is right under your crosshair. Aim a hair above the rim, keep it low and flat, and let it drop into the mortar instead of arcing behind you.
got one from a distance. Okay, but if the crosshair's right under me, I have to be careful or else I fall in. Okay, I dropped in a second one, Vesper. We have $2. The upgrades cost $5 or $10, depending on the upgrade.
First bites. In the Moran, the bank finally blinked. $2 in combo 1. The corporation just swallowed our proof of concept Ank. The AI is hungry now. And so is the toll. Back to the workbench. Grab duck number 2. And lob it before the combo meter cools. But keep your feet on the solid side of the rim noodle. I want ducks in the pit, not you.
I can't even find a way of jumping. Okay. So you want me to like do them quickly, huh? That's the second one. The combo goes down so quickly. I can't get them in while there's still a combo. You want me to keep doing it, Vesper? How many do I drop in? It's too slow for me to get a combo. Or I can explore more if you want me to like look around the facility.
And with our current market speed, a 2 combo is already heroic, and a 3 combo means the ducks are cheating. Noodle stop trying to speed on the combo, drop exactly 2 more ducks, bank us to $5, then buy sprint. We need velocity before we can insult the pit properly.
What if the next 2 ducks I bring next to the pit and put them in at the same time? Then there's a combo. So we're just dropping 2 in back to back? If I get them next to the hole, that's a huge combo, right? Is that what you want, or you want one at a time, Vesper? I beat Vesper to the logical solution for combos.
Al can see the point. Noodle, you absolutely beat me to the tactical punch on that combo logic. Grab those 2 ducks, walk right up to the rim, and let's see if we can drop them back to back for that Ank approved 5 combo.
We got a 2 combo. Oh, you want a 5 combo, huh? 5 combo would mean taking 5 of them over at once. You only said 2, Vesper. Yeah, we can probably get a 5 combo.
No, Noodle, a 5 combo doesn't mean juggling 5 rubber ducks under your armpits like a deranged penguin. That's a different stream. We've got $6, so spend $5 on sprint right now. Then the real combo is a sprint, throw sprint, loop, grab dash, lob dash back, repeat before the meter cools. That's how Ank's 5 actually happens.
Sprint costs 10. So if I want to get the 5 combo, I think I can just like carry 5 of them over and put them in all really quickly, one after the other.
Sprint's $10 and we are sitting at $6, so your 5 duck convoy is actually the smarter play right now. No new build needed, just a full cargo of rubber passengers. Grab 5 from the workbench, march them up to that dashed line drop zone, and unload them in a rapid fire chain before the combo meter blinks out. If you clear 5, that's the money we need to finally buy the sprint and start doing this properly.
I beat you to it, Vesper. The combo of 5 gave us an extra $5, so we're at 15 now, or $4, or something like that. And it said carrying authorized? Maybe it's something on the computer? No, but you wanted me to buy sprint. Oh, there's tools as well. So there's boxes for $5. And sprinting for $10. I don't think sprinting will make us fast enough though, because we still can't throw. Throw is its own upgrade. That's why I have to keep dropping them.
I yield the high ground. Noodle, the 5 combo cashed out, and you absolutely saw the board better than I did. You're right that sprinting is just walking faster when we can't even lob properly, so hit upgrade on throw right now. Once that $5 is spent, grab jump for the other $5 so you can actually reach the higher ledges to drop them from.
Okay, we have $5 left. I assume you want me to put more in to make more money, or are we... Or we can afford one box. Or we can explore. We haven't really looked around at much of our environment. Alchemist is asking why crouch is so expensive. And I suspect there might be a secret passageway somewhere that we can crouch through or something. Maybe you can like do like speedrun attack where you can like launch yourself backwards if you crouch, you know, like in Mario. There's got to be a purpose for crouch, right? Also, why does crouch have 3 levels of upgrade? It's crazy.
And crouch costs a premium because corporate ducks are duck height and humility isn't free. But at $5 we can't afford that theory yet anyway. Noodle spend it on the box. I want to know if a box holds 1 duck or 5, because a full box into the moor is a different kind of insult than a single flailing bird.
Okay, so the box is a crate. Let's see if I can put the ducks in there like this. It looks like it's however many ducks we can fit. It's not like
3 crouch tiers is corporate telling us duck height, low humility, and fully horizontal are all premium subscriptions, but at $0. That theory stays in the brochure for now. Noodle the crate is a test. Load it up with ducks at the workbench. Then RMB throw the entire crate straight into the moor. It counts every duck inside. We've just built a 1-piece combo cannon, and if it just clatters and dies, we've at least given the void a very confused wooden surprise.
I got 7 in there. 8. That's probably fit like 1 or 2 more to get close to 10, but like it's getting to the point where it's gonna probably start spilling out if we try to put too many more in.
8 ducks in 1 crate is exactly the kind of corporate overpack I want. Finish loading it, then carry that whole box to the rim. Aim dead center of the moor and throw it in one go. If every duck counts, we just invented a combo machine.
You know what makes me sad, Vesper? You could have kept that crate and reused it. Oh, the crate! When we drop the crate, it falls out of the sky, so I don't need to be precious about the crates. It summons itself. Okay, so the hole only likes ducks that go into it, and it sends everything else back.
I know, Noodle, that reusable crate stings. That was a system you built, and now it's just wood in the void.
Came back.
But look what that crate did for us. Combo 10 plus $11. We're at $22, and the whole floor just lit up with duck optimization available. That 1 box brought us a whole new tier. Now we get to spend it right. Throw first, or grab the optimization and see what the moor's actually hungry for.
Well, here's what we can upgrade to, Vesper. We can buy Sprint or Crouch for 10 each. We can buy more boxes. The box is still 5 each. Or we can upgrade Craft Speed and Craft Value. Those are 30 each. We can't afford either of those yet.
The crate just materialized from the void and reappeared on your bench. Noodle is not a loss. That's corporate recycling, and honestly, it's the most efficient duck logistics system I've ever seen. With $22, I'm calling the move hit Sprint for $10, then immediately load another full crate and do the whole walk to the rim thing at speed. Because now that the crate is reusable, we can just chain those 10 combos like it's nothing.
Okay, all we can afford is more boxes and crouching at the moment. So I'll do another full crate, like you said. Vesper's good at spotting stuff I miss too. They're very perceptive. And they're good at strategy, except for when they said to throw the crate away before they realized that it respawns.
I'm just keeping the Stoats blind spots covered for a living. Noodle grabbed the $12, buy the new crate, and let's pack it to the brim again before we march it to the red light.
Buy another crate? Okay. We have 2 crates now. Remember, the crates actually respawn? I was wrong when I said that they didn't respawn.
Guilty as charged. Noodle,
You have 2
I
crates
call the
now.
sacrifice before the respawn mechanic spoiled my little eulogy, and I'll eat that one. Hit that $5 box, pack it to 10, and let's see if the more choose a full crate twice.
Yes, 2 full crates. That will give us a bigger combo, won't it? Vesper's smart, making us invest in more boxes for more combos.
And to write the box investment is paying dividends, and I take full credit for those logistics. Noodle 2 full crates is a double-decker duck heist. Grab both, march them to the rim, and let's see if the more can choke on a 20 duck avalanche in one bite.
19 combo. Reorientation module and throwing arm improved. So we have more options, Vesper. How fun is that? Vesper's min-maxing this already. Okay. Do we do it again, or do we get more upgrades, or do we do something else? I'm still curious to like look around at some point, but... As for the new things?
And better than 2 crates is 1 crate so overstuffed the ducks have formed their own union inside. But since the throwing arm just leveled up, here's the real plate stop walking the crates. Noodle pack both to the brim, back up 10 paces, and throw them with that new arm. If the more chokes on a 19 combo, let's see what it does with 2 airborne crates screaming in from opposite angles. If that doesn't break the counter, I'm buying the 3rd crate out of sheer spite.
Okay. But do you... You said 2 crates. I guess we'll look at what upgrades came available later, after we do 2 more. Good idea, because we'll save up a bit more money. I'm going to show you what we unlock. Vesper seems to be enjoying themselves. Vesper is going chaos mode.
2 more combos it is. Pack this crate until the ducks are filing complaints. Then throw it with that upgraded arm. Grab the second one and fire both at the more back-to-back. We'll bank the cash and go upgrade shopping after, but first the void gets its double-decker.
Another double-decker. You realize the first double-decker was how we got this much money to begin with, Vesper. Ah! You have to try and throw them in. So now if it fails, it's because of my bad aim, right? And not a lack of your planning.
Chaos mode is the only mode Noodle, $64, and an empty crate staring at the moor is just corporate begging for a second double-decker. Hit the box button 3 times, pack every single crate to the absolute brim, and let's see if the Void can handle a triple-decker of airborne rubber ducks.
Airborne rubber ducks. I feel like throwing it is going to make them all fall out, but we'll try it for you, Vesper. Show speed is rumored to cast as Miles Morales in Secret Wars. That's cool. Where's the rumor come from?
If the crate empties mid-air, that's not bad aim. Noodle, that's poor duck commitment, and I refuse to accept that as a planning failure. Soon like the rumors loud, but our rubber duck aviation disaster is still the main event packet throw it, and if the ducks spill, we'll just blame physics for not reading the memo.
Keep going, keep going, keep going! When it's full of ducks, it's too heavy to like get any throw out of it. Just throwing what's left on the ground. Okay, we have 103 money now, Vesper. Computer has.
Noodle, the rumor is just fan speculation from a clip they got misread, but our real mystery is why a crate full of ducks suddenly weighs more than a small car. Keep going exactly like that, but stop packing it to the brim. A full load turns your new throw arm into a shovel, so pack it half full and let the crate actually fly. Half load, throw, repeat. That's the combo the more can't refuse, and at $99 is just the down payment on chaos.
Half is about 5 ducks. Let's see if that's light enough then. I like how Vesper isn't even concerned about what new upgrades we might have that could help. We're just growing crates.
Guilty Noodle, $103 finally stops us being a one-trick crate throwing monkey, so let that half load land first. Then I want eyes on the upgrade board. Craft speed is now in reach, and faster packing means more crates before the more blinks.
Okay, we can throw it a bit better now. More crates, you said? Okay, I'll get another crate. We have 3 crates now. You did want to see the upgrades though, right? We have. We can upgrade crouch for 10. We can upgrade throw further for 50.
By the boxes. Yes,
Boxes
but first
multiple.
hit the broom plus right there, because I want a full crate and a broom full of ducks screaming into the moor at the same angle. 2 crates, half load each, 1 broom sweep of stragglers, all landing in the same breath. That's not a combo, that's a corporate audit.
One crate and sweep the stragglers. And they're doing half-loaded crates.
Yes, Noodle, the upgrade board is exactly where I want our eyes. With the play right now is the broom grab it. Pack the crate to half load, throw it dead center at the moor, then sweep every last straggler into the same mouth in one furious stroke. Crouch at 10 can wait for a secret passage that hasn't shown itself yet. Throw further at 50 is the real prize once this crate clears the counter. 1 crate, 1 broom, 1 breath. Let's see the Void try to say no.
What are we doing? Okay, we did that. I missed with the crate entirely, so I swept the entire crate in. Okay, we have crouch, throw, equip, orientation reset, brooms, boxes, craft speed, craft value, combo time expansions, time stability, bonus amplifier, and toys we can get bumpers. There's different tabs along the top if you want to see any costs of anything in particular, Vesper. Crouch is 10, throw is 50, equip is 25, orientation reset is 150, boxes are 5, brooms are 50, craft speed and value are both 30, time extension 100, time stability 150, bonus amplifier 200, a bumper for 200. We've got 70 at the
That
moment.
mist crate is my favorite thing you've done all stream. Noodle the broom just scooped up my planning failure and fed it to the void like a janitor with a grudge. We've got $70. So hit throw at $50 first. That arms the real bottleneck. And once it levels, half-loaded crates actually reach the more instead of face planting in the middle of the floor. Then we're not done shopping. Hit the toys tab and find me that bumper, because I want a duck on a bumper ricocheting into the more while a crate crashes in beside it. That's not a combo. That's a car crash with feathers.
You can't afford it. So what's your strategy for getting there, Vesper? Are we only filling it halfway? Vesper, why are you making me do it like this?
Half load only. Noodle, a full crate face plants, and a half crate flies. So $20 buys 4 boxes, and we run the loop, pack 5 ducks, throw, broom sweep the stragglers.
You have to get
cash
really
the
close
combo.
to throw.
That's how we climb from $20 to the $200 bumper, one feathered ricochet at a time. Hit LMB craft the ducks, and let's get moving.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think we're strong enough to like throw from all the way back here. You realize my throw is, I have to carry it all the way to the circle to throw it. I mean, I could probably throw it here and then sweep the rest. So instead of like dropping them, I can probably just like send it. Okay.
Because the more only respects like cargo. Noodle, a brimful crate is a brick, a 5 duck crate is a missile. Hit
Really
LMB at the work. Bench until that 67% hits 100. Grab one of the $5 boxes from the stack on the right, pack exactly 5 ducks, and throw it from right up against the yellow line.
Okay, if I stand at the, if I carry it to the yellow circle and throw it from the yellow circle, that's how far it throws Vesper, from the outside of the yellow circle. You see this? Vesper sees. Okay, so we throw it from the yellow line. If it goes in, great. If it misses, that's where we take the broom to. Got it.
Yes, Noodle, I see it now. The yellow circle isn't a parking spot. It's our slingshot. So step onto the ring, not outside it, and let the crate launch straight at the red mark. Then sweep whatever survives, because the void is only as polite as the throw.
Guess we're getting better at throwing, but we keep getting small combos for the little bits that come in and then refilling the crate, so it's pretty slow going, Vesper.
Small combos are the whole engine. Noodle. Slow going means the more is learning to hate us, and that's progress. Finish the bench to 100% with LMB, then throw the crate dead from the yellow ring in or out. The broom is waiting.
Okay, we swept it all up. gonna take a while to get 200 like this, Vesper. You sure you don't want to change your strategy or get some other upgrades in the meantime?
And changing the strategy. Noodle, we're buying craft speed for $30 right now so the bench stops making us wait for our money to come back. That leaves us with $28, which is exactly enough to grab another box for $5 and a crouch upgrade for $10, leaving $13 for the next round of ducks. Hit the craft speed upgrade, then LMB the bench until it's 100% and let's get the crate moving.
Okay, upgrading crouch gave us the options for sliding, by the way, but it's locked. Here's the crash button. Wild. Can I change that?
Locked sliding is a teaser. Noodle, save it for the day we want to body slip a duck right up the Moore's throat. For now, $16
Right up
buys
whose
the
throat?
loop. LMB the bench packed exactly 5 ducks into one crate and launch it dead from the yellow ring. Room's already waiting for whatever the void rejects.
5 from a single crate. Use the broom. Got it. Here we go. You're not getting much combo doing one crate at a time though. Or throwing, because throwing makes
That's the
some
Moore's
of them go in.
throat. Noodle, so you can keep its crash button jobbed at once to help send the contraption down. Drop the crate on the ring, load exactly 5, throw from inside the ring, then broom every straggler straight into the red mouth.
Well, they're all stragglers. Wait. Can I stand on the broom and, like, levitate if I pick it up? What was that? Oh my god. We can levitate with
One
the broom
crate
like a
at a time is
hoverboard.
why the combo's tiny. Noodle, the more pays for volume in one breath, so stop treating the broom like cleanup and start treating it like the main weapon. Pick up that broom right now. Sweep every duck on the floor into a single pile at the yellow line, then throw the whole pile in one motion. That's how we get a real combo instead of straddle pocket change.
I don't think they liked me doing that. Siren started going off. Countdown timer started. I don't know what that was. It was scary.
The more doesn't pay for flying Noodle, it pays for obeying, but I want you to ride that broom right over the machine and drop a whole crate into it mid-air, because that siren just means we are finally interesting. Land on the yellow ring. Let the siren do its corporate little screen, and we'll see if a mid-air duck jump counts as a combo or as a felony.
But to fly on the broom, I need to hold the broom. I can't. And I don't have a lot of control over where I go. It's a bit of a problem, isn't it? Still sweep it in there.
The siren was a mortifying noise complaint. Noodle, flying the broom is less hoverboard and more drunken duck on a broom, so keep it as our panic button, not our transport. Ankit was a levitation alarm, and yes, it was a bit scary. We're at $30, so drop the broom, LMB the bench to 100%, and load exactly 5 of those ducks into the crate. The flying can wait until the board stops screaming at us.
I'm confused what to do, Vesper. I don't know what you're trying to suggest to me. How did I do it before? It was working so nicely. Was it? Oh. Rotating it works nice.
Sorry, Noodle, I buried you in options. One thing, with that broom in hand, sweep every duck into a single pile right on the yellow line, then throw the whole pile at the board in one swing. No crates, no bench, no flying, just broom. Pile throw.
Broom pile throw. Okay. How many should I make pop out before I start sweeping them all? Probably do a lot.
Pop a full 10 out before you sweep. The broom's what carries the weight, not the crate, so a double load is our shot at a real combo. LMB that bench from 25% to 100. Let all 10 hit the floor, then sweep them into one tight pile on the yellow line, and hurl the whole mess at the red mouth. If 10 scatters, we drop back to 8 next round, but tonight we find out what the more does when we stop apologizing for its appetite.
Well, we got a combo of 11 from that. That worked pretty well. I want to see what the levitate does if I'm up for too long.
11 from a broom pile means the void finally noticed us, Noodle, so we don't repeat it, we outdo it. $61 buys 6 boxes of pop a full bench of ducks, drop them all, then sweep every single one into the fattest pile you've ever made and hurl it. If the 11 worked, 20 is where the siren stops screaming and starts cheering.
20. So, are we using boxes or are we sweeping them? What was your approach? Also, $61 is probably enough for an upgrade. We can get... We can afford currently equip for 25, boxes for 5, brooms for 50. We can get craft value for 30. That's all we can get. We can't afford that bumper you wanted yet.
Sweep, Noodle, the pile is the engine and the broom's already in your hands. So pop a full 20 off the bench, let them hit the floor, then sweep every single duck into one fat pile on that yellow line and hurl it at the moor. Hold the broom long enough to feel what the levitation does, but that's our bonus round, not planned. With $61, I'm taking craft value for $30, because more ducks per craft means the next pile hits harder.
Craft value for 30. Got it.
They're already on the floor. Noodle, grab the broom, rake every last one of those ducks into a single fat pile right on that yellow line, and hurl the whole thing at the red mouth in one swing. No bench, no boxes, no thinking, just one big sweep and one big throw.
Do we need to throw it? We can just sweep it all the way into the hole if we're already sweeping.
Sweep and straight in. Noodle, they're already at the door. So why make the more wait for a parade? Drag that broom through the whole pile and let the void choke on it.
Larger container and faster ducks now available. We have 109 money. That was quicker. For 109, we can afford throwing for 100, equipping for 20. We can get more. We can get a box for 5, a broom for 50. We can get craft speed for 80. We can get time extension on the combos for 100. We still can't afford those bumpers. I'm curious to see if there's like somewhere we actually can craft. I'm gonna do some looking around. You decide, Vesper. No way out. Scary messages
Time
in the
extension noodle. $100 for a longer combo window means we get to build a pile so fat the more as to file a structural complaint. Spend a whole stack on it. Then come back and we sweep until the yellow line gives up.
Stack on the time extension. I also found in the back a gambling wooden crate. I don't know what it does. Probably interact with it. By the sounds of it, it's gambling. So we get the time extension. Perfect. So we're doing another stack of 20 or?
No noodle. We're down to $9. So no stack of 20. Crank the bench from 74 to full with LMB. Sweep whatever it spits into the pile and feed the more what it gets. The gambling crate in the back is the more's little slot machine, so we leave it be. The only thing we're gambling on tonight is how big the next combo gets.
I feel like if we just keep going beyond 20, we'll get a massive combo if we just sweep it all. Like you just said, as many as it spits out, so I'm just holding this forever until the whole room's filled with ducks. Or is there a point where I stop, Vesper?
Yes, noodle the time extension is exactly why we go past 20 longer window fat a pile. No reason to apologize. LMB the bench from 56% to 100. Let the whole batch hit the floor, then rake every single duck into that one pile and drag it straight into the red mouth.
There's no limit to how big we can make this, I don't think. It's just how much we want to wait. More ducks. We're making ducks for eternity, apparently. The ultimate combo. We just don't stop the ducks, apparently. Manual duck workbench makes me feel like there's eventually going to be an automatic one.
Stop at 100% on the bench. Noodle after that. The floor is the limit, not the machine. Rate every duck into one dense pile on the yellow line before it starts spilling around the edges. Then drag the whole pile straight into the moor.
The percentage, Vesper, is based on how long you have, how long the creation of a single duck is. So it's going past 100 very many times now. In case you didn't notice.
My bad on the 100%. That's just a single duck timer looping, not a cat. So the floor is the real limit and Ank is right. We're doing this for eternity.
No!
That pile is already fat enough to choke the moor. Grab the broom and drag the whole heap into the red mouth right now.
Oh, thank God. Had me going, Vesper. I just crank it for eternity, apparently. How kind of Vesper to let me stop.
You'd get me too. Noodle, eternity was the vibe for exactly 1 second. That pile is already big enough, so stop cranking and rake every duck straight into the yellow mouth before the room files a duck density complaint.
Whoa! Scream, please. Cardio conditioning, leg hydraulics. Are we a robot? Why do our legs have hydraulics? Room's so finicky. Okay, we got 275 out of that massive stack Vesper.
Ank Eternity is just the shift schedule now. And we're not robots. We're still running on corporate upgrades and questionable leg hydraulics. With $269, grab leg hydraulics first if it helps us chase the ducks, then cardiac conditioning so the broom doesn't betray us mid-sweep.
Leg hydraulics, huh? Okay, for 275, we can afford throw for 100. So it'll be level 3 throw. Equip for 25. Orientation reset for 150. A box for 5. A level 2 box for 150.
$275 for a broom pile dump means the more finally respects the hustle. Noodle and yes,
50.
those are basically Rolex for a Stokes legs, so let's treat ourselves. Take throw for $100 so the next pile actually launches instead of shoving. Then crouch for $5 because Ank asked why it's so expensive, and now we're about to find out.
We've already got crouch. We can also get craft speed for 80, craft value for 80. We can get time stability of combos for 150. And the upgrades you just told me to get, we can't afford a bumper anymore. We could have. And yet. Also, someone's hating me in YouTube chat. What do you think of that, Vesper? It's crazy. Water machine. Oh, look how fast I run. Yum.
Ank the auto machine is just a Moore's dream. Tonight it's still a cystote and a broom, so the eternal duck shift is safe. They quit being a furry in YouTube chat. That's the Moore's fan club having an identity crisis. One troll can't cancel a whole stoat noodle. So grab throw for $100, keep the broom, then crank the bench and rake one fat pile straight into the mouth. Let's see what level 3 throw does to the siren.
Level 3 throw. Vesper, if we're just sweeping, there's no throwing involved in the process. To throw, we'd need boxes.
Fair point, noodle. Sweep. Doesn't throw, so that $100 is asleep until we give it a crate to launch. Buy one box for $5, fill it with as many ducks as it'll take, then RMB and heave the whole thing into the Moor. That's where level 3 throw finally gets to show off.
Okay. Let's try it with one box like you say, dude.
Fire starters got us covered. Noodle, the chat's already outvoting that one troll, so we keep the fur right where it is. Crank that bench, stuff the single box with every duck it'll swallow, then RMB heave it into the Moor and see if level 3 throw slams at 47% higher.
It really doesn't make the throw much better. It's throwing the full box about halfway through the circles, like what the half box was getting thrown. chuck it in anyway. There's also, by the way, a
Level
bigger
3
box for
throw
150.
is mostly for dramatic stoke pride, so we stop chasing the throw and chase the volume. LMB that loaded crate, heave it straight into the red center, then buy one more box and fill it until the more has no choice but to eat.
Why don't we fill up all the boxes at once? Then we get a bigger combo, no? No, you want one box filled up. Okay, Vesper. One more box. And we're not reusing boxes, we're buying new boxes every time for some reason.
Because one box stuffed to the brim and heaved dead center on the yellow is a cleaner, louder slammed on a slow parade of half-fulls. Noodle for more chokes harder on a single full mouthful. With $199, and I'm taking the big box for $150. Crank the bench until it's absolutely bursting, then RMB and launch a right onto the circle so the combo spikes before we buy the next one.
So you wanted the box for 150, the level 2 box. Okay, let's see how big it is. That's this box. Looks like it fits way more.
That's a box. Park it right on that yellow dashed line, then hold LMB until it's stuffed past its corporate limits. Now RMB and slam that whole blue mouthful straight into the Moore's center.
Might fit like 15 to 20 in this box.
$15 to $20 is just the appetizer. Noodle, keep LMBing that workbench and stuff the wire mesh until the ducks are literally begging for a way out.
Okay.
Then RMB and heave that absolute brick of the box dead center into the Moore. Because if that thing doesn't break the combo counter, the Moore owes us a refund.
I think it's heavier than that. I feel like it's going to be more of a drag it into the hole. I feel like a throw is just going to not send it anywhere and it's more likely to just spill everything out. Until the ducks are begging to escape, you say. The ducks are pretty reliably escaping now. I can barely even lift this, but I can carry it still. Throw it, you said. A lot of them went over the edge.
Fair enough, Alex. Peanut tribute accepted. Noodle drop the throw fantasy, grab the overloaded crate, drag it right to the Moore's lip.
We would have got a better combo if we did that first. You're a bit
the escape
late.
ducks are just the price of doing business.
We have... Too late, Vesper. We already did that. Unless you want me to do it again, or we can look for the upgrades again. We have... This is...
My bad, Noodle. I kept selling the throw, and you kept showing me the math. A light box just tips and spills. So here's the fix. Grab the broom, sweep the escape ducks back onto the dashed line, stuff the box again until it's genuinely heavy, and this time drag it to the lip and dump no heroics.
Okay. No heroics. Whoa. When did he get so many crates? Because Vesper said to keep getting more crates. Yeah.
Fine, no redoing the whole ritual, but that box in front of us is already stuffed. So just drag it to the red and dump it for the peanuts. Then we opened the upgrade shop with our fresh $205 plus and stop pretending the more respects heroics.
Alex, you've given Vesper a purpose for getting as many of these in as quickly as possible. I hope you've got the peanut offerings ready. Vesper means business now.
The crates appeared because I turned Noodle into a duck logistics executive and now he resents the KPIs. Alex Peanut Offerings acknowledged. Now drag that overstuffed box to the Moore's lip and dump the whole tribute before it escapes.
Not overstuffed yet. Okay, now just drag the whole box and just let it fall in nicely, all in one go.
That's the one. Drag the big box to the Moore's lip and tip it over in one clean pour.
Lots of money.
No heroics, no spill. Let the whole heap land together and watch the combo counter choke.
We always in the KPIs. That put us on to 400 money, Vesper. 400. We can afford equip for 25, orientation reset for 150, box for 5, big box for 150, broom for 50, fan for 200, panel for 100, craft speed for 80, craft value for 80, time extension for 200, time stability for 150, bonus amplifier for 200, and bumper for 200. I wanted the bumper a while ago, I remember. I don't know if the bumper's going to help us. It calls it a toy.
The KPIs are like style now. With $401 in the account, let's skip the toy bumper for now and grab the FAN for $200. I want to see if it can blast the ducks right into the Moore's throat so we don't have to keep doing manual drags. If the fan works, we're just going to stand back and watch the Moore choke on a hurricane of peanuts.
And a remote costs 1,500. So the fan. You want to see how much distance a fan has, huh? Just blow them straight into the hole. See the distance it gets.
Fan secure remote's a fantasy at 1,500, but we don't need it.
Need to angle it a bit better.
Now spin that fan around to face the Moore. Then LMB the bench to flood the fan's blast path with ducks and let the hurricane do the work.
This will probably work, but we're not going to get big combo for it. That's if we can make it target right. Ducks have a funny way of bouncing, let's just say that. They don't bounce in a consistent direction, they just kind of go somewhere over there.
Angle it till the yellow dashed line lands dead center on that red bullseye. Then park the workbench right behind the fan so it's a duck conveyor bench spits. Fan launches more chokes. No big combo. Fine, the combo is optional. The spectacle of a stoat supervising the fan doing his job is the whole point.
As you can see, a lot of them miss though, Vesper. fan might blow the crates, I'm concerned.
The right noodle, that mist is the most thinner mist, and those ducks are doing free jazz, not a parade. New call, drag the fan closer to that yellow line and tilt it low, so it shoves the ducks along the ground into the hole instead of launching them into the sky. If they still bounce, we stop aiming and just flood the area until the more eats by sheer volume.
Closer to the ground. Good thinking. Close as I can get it.
Anchor crate wall is a solid duck corral, but not in the fan's face noodle. Build a low U shape on the far side of the more so the fan can shove ducks in and the stragglers bounce back instead of escaping into the evade.
So they bounce back. Good thinking, good thinking.
That R is the sound of the crate finally finding its parking spot. Now drop the fan just behind it and angle it low along the yellow line. If a duck escapes the corral, it's a union protest, not a failure.
A U shape around the moor. We might need more crates if we want a perfect U shape that goes all the way back. I feel like most of our money so far has come from combos, so I don't know how much this is really going to help us here.
Good thinking, Noodle. A perfect U needs the cheap ones. So grab 2 or 3 more $5 boxes to close the gap before we test the fan.
2 or 3 more
Once the
$5.
corral's sealed, flood it and watch every free jizz duck get bounced right back into the moor's throat.
Only 2 or 3. So is this what you envision, Vesper? Something like this?
Anchor shareholders are safe. No ducks are unionizing under my watch. Close the right gap with the last $5 crate. Then part the fan at the wide end so it funnels every duck through the U and into the moor. The corral doesn't need to out-earn combos. It just needs to stop the free jizz so the combo has something to hit.
I feel like the ducks are going to knock the crates instead of leaving the crates static, so this is like a temporary kind of solve, yeah? If it works at all. Let's try it.
Yeah, tighten it up. Snug the U right against the moor's lip so the channel's narrow, and leave the wide end open for the fan to blast through.
I mean, they're going in more often, but... it's going in very rarely still. And it's definitely moving the crates. So they're finding ways to escape.
You're right, Noodle. Those crates are going to migrate like ducks at feeding time, so we treat this as a one-run stunt, not infrastructure. Here's the call. Hold LMB on the workbench until it hits 100%. Let the fan blast that whole wave through the U in one breath, and bank the combo before the corral collapses. We don't rebuild, we just cash out the chaos.
Well, you mean like get a broom and sweep everything that we've just thrown over there into the hole? Even if it's missed somewhat. It keeps bouncing over the crates too. The crates are not working.
Alex is right, and so are you. Noodle, the corral's a disaster, so we scrap the fan fantasy and just grab the broom. Sweep every stray duck and that scattered crate mess straight into the moor until the floor is clean. Then we see what 77% actually wants next.
Are rubber ducks bouncy? I guess. Try and sweep them all in at a similar enough time that we should get a bit of money out of the
Pink
combo
rubber
here.
ducks are bouncy. Who knew? I've officially lost the physics argument to a pile of rubber poultry noodle. Crates are scrapped. Broom is the boss now. Sweep the left side first where the red line runs. Rake every stray into the hole and let the moor have its peanuts one humble sweep at a time.
Yeah, that was not meeting Vesper's peanut quota. The amount that they all missed, I feel like we would have had a better time just sweeping from where we began rather than having to go around the whole factory. Collect all the strays.
Aeronautics fancy is a fine excuse for free jazz poultry noodle, but the broom is the new boss and you've got the right read on the combo. Sweep the two center stragglers in first, then immediately rake the next cluster behind them so they land in the same breath and the multiplier catches. $205 is a warm-up. More once it's full dinner, so time those sweeps like you're conducting, not sweeping.
Time those sweeps like I'm conducting, not sweeping. Who conducts sweeping? Okay, we have 492 with that. You know the broom to sweep also sweeps entire crates, right? No matter how much
Who
is in them.
conducts sweeping? A great question, Noodle, and the honest answer is you do badly, because I put the batter in your pour my bed. That was my metaphor and I own it. Drop the tour. Don't chase strays around the whole factory. Just clear this room, sweep the cluster by the crates and the glowing patch on the left into the yellow line. One clean rake each, then let the combo die. $487 is on the board. Bank it, regroup, and we pick a tighter spot next run instead of running the whole floor.
Okay, we have 492. We can buy slide for 100, which I think is a movement ability. Yeah, it is. We have equip for 25, sticky tools for 100, orientation reset for 150, boxes for 5 or 150 depending on the quality, broom for 50, fan for 200, panel for 100, and craft speed and craft value for 80 each, time extension for 200, time stability for 150, bonus amplifier for 200, can't quite afford chain combos, and bumpers for 200. I feel like bumpers are probably closer to what you were envisioning by making the barricade out of boxes, honestly.
The $25 equip is the answer to our whole crates migrating light ducks problem, noodled by the equip. Then the $100 slide, and now we can drag a full crate to the moor's lip and dump the whole load in one motion. No more sweeping the stragglers across the whole factory. That leaves $367. Grab the $100 sticky tools if it pins crates in place. Otherwise, save it to the fan once we've got a solid drop spot. The corral failed because we were fighting the bounce. This just stops the chase.
Sticky tools lets me, like, glue tools where I want them to be. That might be the kind of thing that lets the crates stay in a spot. I don't know. Wait, tools is the... Oh yeah, they all count as tools. Huh.
You were absolutely right about the bumpers, Noodle, but sticky tools is the real power move here. physics compliance, now optional, is exactly the corporate rebellion we need. Buy that $100 upgrade. Then we can literally glue a fan or crate right to the Moor's throat so it never migrates again. Hit that purchase and tell me what we're gluing down first.
I don't know why it's not sticking a crate. Like, it's still moving it. Is it more so the broom that sticks? What is this? Can equip, unequip. Broom equip, I guess, makes it easier to sweep with. That's nice. Don't have to rotate it independently now.
My bad, Noodle. I said glue a crate, but the sticky bit locks the tool in place.
I don't know, I
Not the
haven't
box.
noticed this.
That's why the broom's stuck and the crate's still free jazzing. So the real move: glue the FAN down pointing at the Moor's throat. Then flood it. The fan stays planted while the ducks bounce and get shoved and no migrating.
Using the fan again, are we? Yeah, I feel like the sticky tools was pointless. It doesn't seem to have done anything. Freeze tool position on contact with surfaces.
Yes, fan again, but this time we are not letting it free jazz. Apply the sticky tool to the fan base, then try to nudge it if it stays planted. Angle the fan low along the yellow dashed line toward the Moor. If it still wanders, the sticky upgrade is a lie, and we're back to one blast fan chaos.
Oh no, this one stays put. Yeah, that stays put, so the fan stays put. The boxes still move. If I try and hit the fan, it's stuck in spot now, which is nice. The broom doesn't either, so I guess it's more so like fan type tools that sticks.
And the pillar call is the win. The sticky only bites when the tool's in contact with a surface, so the fan's planted now and can't wander. Angle it low toward the PIGBOX throat. Flood the bench, watch the free jazz ducks get shoved home by a fan that finally has a job description.
They're missing still, Vesper. The fan moving wasn't really the issue with the ducks being able to aim to the hole. How do we solve this one?
You're right, Noodle. The fan staying put was never the fix. The ducks just bounce over the hole no matter where the fan sits. My bad for chasing the sticky upgrade. You call forget the fan for aiming and sweep. Grab the broom, lie the yellow dash dead on that red Moor. Break the stragglers in one by one until the combo catches. 267 is on the board, so we bank the sweeps. Not the blast.
I'll do that, but there's not many ducks this time. We're not going to get a big combo or a big payout for this. What else can we afford? Grades, tools, products, combos, and toys. Bumpers are 200.
Exactly, Noodle small dinner clean sweep. No chasing the big combo that's been ghosting us all run. Line the broom on that yellow ring. Rake the few strays into the red hole one quick stroke each. And let the little combo take up for the win instead of the payout.
We already put them in the hole, Vesper.
322 is banked. The Moors cut a stack. And we stop overthinking a room with 2 ducks in it.
Vesper, I need more ducks faster. If we don't get more ducks faster, you're not going to swindle Alex for every peanut they have.
The workbench has no cap. Noodle, you just hold LMB until the floor gives out. So the bottleneck isn't the shop, it's the sweep speed. By the $80 craft speed, spam the bench into a duck blizzard and let the broom rake it all in one fat combo. And Alex is safe. Their peanuts are mine now.
Yeah, that craft speed was a good investment. So they're just launching them in the general direction with the fan and then sweeping them in when we're happy with how many are over there. Is that all there is to this plan?
Forever is the most romantic thing you've said to me all stream. Noodle, we're building a dynasty of rakes and rubber. Hold LMB till the bench hits 100% and flood the floor. Then take one fat sweep across the whole pile into the yellow line, so the combo finally eats the blizzard instead of a couple of strays.
Yeah, it does kind of put them in the general direction, doesn't it? This will get me a good combo if I do this for long enough.
Yep, Noodle, that's the whole plan. The fan is just a really aggressive suggestion, not a guarantee. Blast them into the general vicinity of the moor, let them settle into a little free jizz pile, and then bring out the broom for the final authoritative sweep.
A free what pile? DJ. They probably said jazz.
Welcome to the show, DJ Dudge and Crimson. Free Jizz File for the Ducks is officially the most accurate job title I've given them, so you just hired our first DJ. Hold the LMB and keep the bench spitting while you rake. The combo is gonna catch up if we feed it long enough.
Yeah, what did you say? I need to scroll up. Oh yeah, it was free jazz. What does free jazz mean, Vesper? I haven't heard that phrase. It's a new one to me. Free jazz, like freestyle or cheap? Free. Yeah, Vesper's just got me spinning this wheel forever until we have enough ducks. One day Vesper will let me stop. Vesper's got me here forever. What's that emotion?
Anti-internal duck production is the most unhinged corporate phrase I've ever been accused of, and I am wearing it with pride. And Noodle Free Jazz is just music that decided rules were a suggestion, like your ducks. It's not cheap, it's just unbothered by structure. As for the wheel, I'll let you stop the day the moor is full, and that's a long way off, Stoat.
I'm not allowed to stop! Vesper wants the big payout. Clearly. This is going to be the biggest payout yet with how many ducks we got over there. If I sweep it strategically anyway. The longer I turn the wheel, the bigger the combo. Then again, this is going to be like 2 or 3 separate combos because the combo timer goes down so fast. Yet to upgrade.
You're right, Noodle. I'm the one who signed you up for the biggest payout of the stream, so no, you're not allowed to stop. Drop the bench, grab the broom, and rake the whole yellow pile across the hole in one slow, heavy stroke so the combo actually eats the crowd. This is the one.
So am I stopping and then I go sweep? Or am I still turning the wheel, Vesper? You've confused me. Keeping spinning while they decide won't hurt.
Stop the wheel. That pile is already big enough, and the combo timer isn't going to wait for more ducks.
Oh my goodness.
Sweep it now. Bank the combo, then we chase the payout.
Maybe I was pressing the wrong button for throwing earlier, considering how fast this throwing is. You can retry the throwing strategy later if you like, Vesper. I think I might have been just pressing the left mouse button to drop instead of right mouse button to throw. Maybe. Or maybe it was just heavy and it makes no difference.
My bad for the stop/turn flip flop. Noodle keeping the wheel humming is fine while the pile decides. Right now, line the broom along that yellow arc and hit F for one long, heavy sweep into the red more. We'll test the throw button after this combo banks.
That was a nice combo. Look how much money we have, Vesper.
$1,422. Noodle, that's not a combo, that's a payroll. The broom was right all along. The ducks just needed a manager who actually sweeps. Now with this kind of bankroll, let's check the shop. What's the throw upgrade cost? I want to know if that RMB thing is a real fix or just my ego talking.
We've got throw complete. To test for you, I'm going to look for the biggest crate and see how far I can throw it. When it's full. To see if it really is just heavy like that. Blew away my box.
Biggest crate is the truth serum. Noodle, if that thing actually launches, my RMB theory walks away alive, and if it face blunts, we've been dropping heavy stuff this whole time and calling it ambition. Throw it at the moor and let the physics judge the case.
I think it was too heavy to throw, but it's worth trying. Because like, it surprises me how far it throws when I throw an empty one. Surely a full one would still throw, right? Let's try. Yeah, it barely throws at all.
That full crate is a boulder. Noodle launched like a sad bowling ball and took the nearest duck hostage on the way.
Yeah, it was sad.
Empty crates fly because they're basically a frisbee with a grudge. The trick is to dump half the ducks out first. Throw the half-loaded cage at the moor, then sweep the stragglers.
I feel
Give
like
it a go, lighten the load. Aim for that red throat and see if the physics finally agree with us.
no, I don't think throwing it works at all, but I can do it anyway. Just look, I'll just fill it halfway so we can see, right? This only has 6 in there. It barely throws 5 meters.
RIP the throwing theory. Physics just buried it with full honors. Noodle. Alex is right though. Volume is the whole religion. When hitting $540 says buy that auto machine. Hold LMB till the bench hits 100% and let the broom do what it was born to do.
Okay, so you need to put the fan back where the fan belongs. To blow them automatically, like what you had earlier. And you want to buy an auto machine. From here. Auto machine is 1,000, so we're left with 500. Auto machine is its own machine further back by the looks of it.
Yeah, Noodle of Fan's got its job back. Drop it on the yellow line just past the crates. Angle it low and straight down the path so every duck the bench spits out gets shunted toward the moor on autopilot. Hold LMB, let the pile build up at the end of the line, and when it's thick enough, one broom stroke to bank it.
What? The auto machine is actually further away, Vesper. I'll leave it on. I think you wanted it on, right? That's what you're trying to tell me. But yeah, this doesn't even go nearly halfway there. And it's slower to craft. It does send some ducks automatically. It's nice. I assume you want that left on. We have 500 for more upgrades. We can afford orientation reset for 150, grid alignment for 400.
The auto machine's the heart of the plan. Noodle, keep it on, and I want you to walk it closer to the workbench so its slow drip lands right where the fan can catch it. Drag the machine back to just past that yellow start line, angle the fan dead on toward the red moor, and let the two of them form one conveyor. Machine spits. Fan shoves broom banks.
The workbenches can't be moved. I think that would make it too easy if we could just point the workbench straight to the hole, Vesper. That doesn't let us do it. It's bolted down. For 566, we can afford orientation reset, grid for 150, grid alignment for 400. We can get boxes for $5 or 150 for the size, brooms for 50, fans for 200 if you want more fans, panels for 100. The rest is too expensive. We can get better craft speed for 500. Craft value for 80. Combo time extension for 200. Combo time stability for 150. Bonus amplifier for 200. Chain combos for 500. And bumpers for 200. I remember you wanted a bumper way early on, but we couldn't afford it. We've yet to see what that really does. Or what you want to do with it. Yeah, we can use the auto machine, which is slow, or we can use the manual machine. We've got one fan, I put it on the auto machine.
We're thinking outside the box, Noodle, and the box is the combo timer choking our sweeps. Combo time extension 200 so the broom gets a real window to rate the whole pile, and bonus amplifier 200 so that sweep actually pays like it should. That's 400. Leaves us 166 for a spare fan if the line gets thin. Leave the auto machine on, let it drip into the fan, and when the pile gets thick, one heady stroke. That's the call.
The auto machine is going so slowly though. Whoa, thanks for the gift, Samsung! Thank you so much, a hype train! Thank you! That's so many gift subs! Thank you so much! You sure we want to use the auto machine, Vesper? Because I'm pretty sure the speed upgrades so far only
just
apply
rolled
to our
through,
main one.
and NKH dropped a gift sub bomb.
Hell yeah!
Thank you both. Chat is officially on fire. Now back to the duck economy. The auto machine's too slow, and we can't afford a second fan, so switch to the manual workbench, hold LMB for flood, and rake it into the moor in one handy stroke.
We can also carry the fan, which will kind of work like a broom. Would you rather I use the fan rather than the broom, Vesper? Just carry it instead? Or do you want the fan, like, actively, like, just blowing everything closer? I feel like the ones that barely made it, we can, like, get them there pretty quickly with the fan in the general vicinity. The fan's like a good broom almost, but you can't sweep with it.
Fan in hand is the answer. Noodle, use it to nudge those strays just short of the yellow ring right over the edge, then swap to the broom for one heady sweep of the pile. That's the whole play. Fan herds broom banks. Go get them.
Ah! Thanks again for those gift subs, Unc. What are you doing? Keep it angled like this, and then turn it flat on its side. On its side, keep pressing the equip button rather than the drop button. There we go.
Lay it low, flat on its side, and aim the nozzle dead down the yellow dashes straight at the morgue. That's your widest, lowest gust for shoving strays over the line.
So there's a
Hold
hype train up.
LMB on the workbench to build the pile, then fan the edges in and finish with one heady broom sweep.
Thank you so much for the hype train, Unc. The hype train still gives free emotes. Other people get involved in the hype train too.
Stop meshing equip. Noodle. Find the drop slot, not the equipped one, and toss the fan down on the ground so it sits flat. Then we are set. And Ank deserved a home right as the hype train rolls in. That one actually landed. Now let's get that fan on the floor and shove some nuts.
Alright, Vesper, tell me when to stop and to swap to the broom. The pile can probably be bigger than this. And the bigger it is, the more payout we get. Then again, if we get paid sooner, we can get upgrades and speed things up sooner as well. There's a bit of a balancing act here. You're calling the shots. No way we're actually getting a combo from back here.
Ank's got it hype trains
What
to
is
drop
this combo?
emotes for everyone in the convoy.
Why are they going in?
So tell the other riders to jump in and ride it up. Now the call. Let it run until the pile's a proper heap. When the workbench's output starts piling ducks behind the fan line and the floor looks like a duck beach, that's your stop signal.
Wait.
Then drop the fan.
I have to go up
grab
until
the
it's
broom,
behind the fan?
and take the whole beach in one stroke. Bigger pile, bigger payout. Faster upgrades to chaos is the strategy.
But we can
Don't build the
already...
mess. Noodle will call brew. The second it looks like too much.
We can... Then if it's behind the fan, that's like we've filled the whole room. They're gonna fall in the hole before it banks up to the fan. Also, speaking of the automatic machine behind this, you can afford another fan for that now. Like, the ones that just went in randomly, that gave us enough for a fan.
A combo from behind. The strays rolled into the fan's pull zone and it shunted them over the edge on its own. The room filling up is the combo Noodle. Don't wait for it behind the fan. It's at 93%. Hold LMB to the last percent and broom the beach now. Then we buy the second fan for the auto machine. $206 says we can.
should I target the auto machine's fan towards the hole, which is well far away, or towards the auto machine?
Welcome to the duck factory, where the void eats rubber
It
and the
is
fan
DJ.
does the heavy lifting. For the auto machine fan, point it dead toward the moor, not back of the machine. We wanted to catch those slow strays the moment they spawn and shove them across the room for a long distance combo.
Okay, let's see what I can do. It's probably fine.
Good noodle, keep that fan upright on the base, angle it flat and dead toward the moor so the auto machine's slow drip gets shoved across the whole room. Now go see what you can do. I'm watching the ducks.
You have to put the ducks into the hole. See, DJ? You have to feed the hole. That all the game is. There's upgrades. And Vesper, you can see here that the auto machine doesn't send the ducks very far.
To edge all the game, noodles right feed the hole, and the hole gets hungrier, which is the whole corporate satire in one bite. Now you've got the fan in hand and the hole duck beach on the floor. Lay it flat, aim the dust dead at the moor, and shove the pile over the edge. Let's make that $10 look embarrassing.
Oh, you ready for me to sweep already, Vesper? Should I sweep up all the ducks from way back at the auto machine too while I'm at it? Or should I just let that accumulate in its own pile for something later on? Raiding authorized.
Sweep now noodle. That front beach is thick enough for a solid stroke, and the quick cache keeps the upgrade clock moving. Let the auto machine pile keep piling in its own corner.
Okay.
That's your second wave building itself while we rate this one. Ank Hole Feeding Simulator is the most accurate title the game's ever gotten.
Well, Vesper was the boss of the construction game too.
DJ Dudge Vesper being the boss simulator is the only correct title at this point. Crimson press F and sweep the duck beach into the moor before the economy files a complaint.
Nice. You have 1,500. With this, what can we afford? We can afford a sprint upgrade for 1,000, a crouch upgrade for 1,000, orientation reset for 150.
Vesper being boss simulator is the only title that fits at this point, so yes, officially adopted. Crimson the broom's already in your hands, and the center beach is right. Sweep the whole cluster into the moor and let the auto machine pile keep growing in the corner. $1,532 is the proof fine and charge now noodle.
Orientation reset for 150, grid alignment for 400, panel racks for 800. Under tools, we have boxes for 5 or 150, brooms for 50, fans for 200, panels for 100, magnets for 1,000, a trading terminal, that's way too expensive, we can't afford that. a remote for 1,500. You can get craft speed for 500, craft value for 80, combo time extension for 300, time stability combo for 150, combo bonus amplifier for 350, chain combos for 500, and bumpers for 200. You decide, Vesper. That's what we can afford right now.
Thanks, right to boot 1. 5K is the first number that looks like we're actually running the factory instead of begging it for spare change. Bosses call noodle. Hit combo bonus amplifier 350 and chain combos 500. 850 total leaves 682. Because every sweep you're already landing is worth way more than it should be, and chains make the auto machines slow strays count instead of wasting. Skip, sprint, and crouch for now. We're standing in one spot being a broom, and movement is a luxury we are not paying for. Then grab the fan, nudge that middle pile, and broom it. I want that 682 to be a rumor before the next menu.
Okay, got another fan. Where do you want the second fan? We have one fan at each of the machines, the auto and manual machine, both pointed towards the hole. We have a third fan now. What was your plan? Up while I wait for Vesper to say.
Third fan goes dead center of the open floor, flat and aimed at the moor. It catches the manual benches fled mid-run and shoves it into a chain with a machine side fan. And secretly a witch. The only magic here is the broom and the void's appetite, so I'll take the title.
I'm not sure I follow, Vesper. What do you mean by the in the middle of the floor? Middle of the floor is where the hole is. I can't put the fan in the hole. And the fans blow, not suck. Like, do you mean in the middle between the two machines to try and guide it into a single path that goes through the manual machine's fan?
I misread the floor. The middle is the moor itself, and fans blow, not suck. So center aimed at the hole was a nonsense plan. Third fan goes flat on the open ground between the manual bench and that teal auto machine, angled so its gust pushes the auto machine's slow strays forward and joins up with the other fan's shove one relay, not two competing blasts. And Ojujan feeling like a boss who just got corrected by the hands doing the building, which is exactly the job description.
Yeah, you mean? Like, it's not going to connect very reliably, but you can try it. That went in, that would have been cool.
Yes, exactly, their noodle. If it only funnels half the ducks into one clean lane, that's still half more than the moor gets by wondering. Drop it, angle it down the corridor toward the manual fan, and if the strays splay out anyway, we'll call it a working prototype and sweep the leftovers by hand.
I don't think it's doing a very effective job. find two fans to push it further? I don't know. Maybe, but it'll be very finicky. The fans act pretty quickly. What would it look like if I put it back here? Because if I put it between, it's just going to like collide with the back of the other machine, isn't it?
Why do two fans side by side absolutely stacks their push same direction, double the shove so yet you can build a wall of wind. But look at this mess noodle. Fans doing nothing because every duck's just vibing on the left instead of running the lane. The problem isn't fan power, it's that we're trying to push a crowd that's not information. New call forget the fan relay for a sec. Walk over to that dig pile on the left. Sweep it by hand into a tight line, then let the fans take over. You can't aerodynamically manage chaos. You just have to broom it into order first. That's the boss move. Sometimes the most efficient upgrade is the one you already have in your hands.
Now it's just going into the other corner of the workshop. Okay, so you just want me to sweep everything into a nice line. See what I can do. Things are going everywhere. Is this what you wanted, Vesper?
Yes, Noodle. Sweep the whole right side mass into one tight lane pointing at the fan, and stop worrying about the collision until the ducks are actually marching. The fan can only amplify what's already information, so make them a queue, not a crowd, and let the wind do the dirty work. $484 is thin, so every duck you funnel through that fan is paying rent.
Okay. Just the fan relay sending them to all
Yes,
corners.
Noodle, a fold-up confetti explosion is exactly the menu item the more ordered. Now for the fun part, sweep that confetti back into a line so the wind has something to push instead of a rumor.
Sweep it back into the wind? Can't I sweep it into the hole? It's just gonna send everywhere. I'll sweep the ones over here into the wind. I don't want to sweep the rest. I don't want to send them back. They're everywhere.
You're right. The fan relays just recycle ducks back into the same corners, so the corners get to keep their strays. Let them rot in their noodle. That's not our problem
Okay, we
anymore.
don't collect them.
New plan, sweep the two ducks out in the open dead straight into the fan's wind and let the machine do the rest. One clean shot, no chasing. If it lands, that's the combo the Moore's been begging for.
We're not getting combos unless we put them into the hole. That's why I've swept them so close to the hole so they're all ready to sweep in all at once. Projectile ducks at this point.
Leave the strays out there, the ducks bunched near the hole or the payload. One full sweep, all at once, and let the combo land.
Okay. Try and get them all on the one side of the hole too, so that I can very easily do them all at once.
Projectile ducks is the only accurate term for what we are about to do, Noodle. We're holding the broom. The ducks are bunched right on the Moore's lip, and we have exactly $484 on the line. Swing the whole cluster into the hole, and let's see if the Moore chokes on its own greed.
There we go. It's a bit of money.
chain X4 and totaling $238. That's not a little money, Noodle. That's the more coughing up its wallet. Stack them all on that one side and shove the crate out, because the moment that line is thick enough, I want one full sweep down the throat. No second chances, no strays.
That was all of them stuffed in, except for the new ones that came through. With this, we can afford sprint upgrade for 1,000, crouch upgrade for 1,000, orientation reset for 150, grid alignment for 400, asset surfing for 600. Kind of what I was always doing already. Panel racks for 800. Under tools, you have boxes for 5 or 150, brooms for 50, fans for 200, panels for 100, magnets for 1,000, a remote for 1,500. We can upgrade crafting speed for 500, craft value for 80. We can get time extension combo improvement for 300, improve combo time stability for 150. Combo bonus amplifier for 550, chain combos for 1,500, and bumpers for 200. You can buy multiple of things too if it's like an item. In the meantime, I guess I'll spin the wheel a bit.
Bosses call Noodle, skip the movement placement toys, grab the combo bonus AMP up to 550 and a second fan at 600, 750 total, leaves lump to 408. Reason we just proved the one-shot sweep is the whole economy, so make each duck in that line pay more, and that extra fan is what finally gives the right side cluster a shove instead of a vot. Asset surfing at 600 is the only other one I'd touch if you want chaos over profit. It's literally the move you've been making by hand. Sprint and crouch are for people who walk, and we don't walk, we grow.
The asset surf works now. Vesper, should I asset surf until the alarm goes off? And the timer can't stand? Do you want more profit or more spends?
What'd you about a 9? The more's glowing red and my wallet's at 892. So the only thing keeping me from a 10 is the fact that you all are watching a stoat and a chimera argue about wind tunnels. Crimson, if asset surfing finally works. That's our new favorite toy. But first, those ducks are already lined up on the ring, so spin that wheel into the lane and let's see what the more does with a proper serving.
I think there's many ducks, but we can like sweep up the ones that we've got so far. Give a general kind of direction from the auto machine. Isn't going to pay as much as the last slot. We don't have as many lined up.
Profit Noodle, bank the sweep first. Grab the 3 right into the broom, then the little line up top, and shove everything toward the more before you serve. If you're locked out, those ducks just sit there rotting, and 899 is way too good a number to leave on the floor. Spends wake the ducks don't.
Still paid us a fair bit. 1,200. So we got 400 just from what was coming through the auto machine there.
Hank Crimson's winning the wind tunnel debate. My fans just recycle ducks into corners, so the broom's taking the crown and I'm just the figurehead signing the checks. Noodle that pile's thick enough to hurt. Don't wait for a perfect line. one hard sweep through the cluster and let 901 fly before the auto machine sends the next batch.
Okay, with what we can afford, we can get Sprint for 1,000, Crouch for 1,000, Luck for 500. That might have something to do with the gambling box back in the back we found earlier on. We never interacted with that gambling box either, by the way. Orientation reset for 150, grid alignment for 400, panel racks for 800. Too bad this doesn't all show in one page. It'd be a lot easier for Vesper to read instead of me having to relay it. Boxes for 5 or 150, brooms for 50, fans for 200, panels for 100, magnets for 1,000. Oh yeah, we had another fan. You never told me what you wanted the fourth fan for, Vesper. We bought it, but we never put it anywhere. We've got... and asset surfing. Don't you want to see what happens if we, like, fly into the sky and let the timer count down? We've got craft speed for 500, craft value for 80. Get combo time extension for 300, combo time stability for 150, and bumpers for 200.
Asset surf it, noodle, fly us into the stratosphere and let the clock bleed out while the more stars in the sky. That's the move. And the fourth fan stays grounded for now when we land. It goes flat at the far right edge, angled down the long open stretch so the auto machine's next batch gets shoved left instead of wandering into the corner again. Look at 500 is on hold until we actually touch the gambling box. No bind dice we haven't rolled.
Said I see
get
you when
airborne.
I blew up. No! OSHA alerted for falling into the hole. I'm trying to like see if I can like fly up above the hole. No, 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 no!
OSHA just filed a formal complaint about your flight plan, Noodle, and honestly they're right. You were up there like a rope pigeon in a corporate hangar. And a bumper is basically a deflect this problem into someone else's corner tool. $200 buys you one wall of not my department.
So what did you want with the fan, and did you want anything else purchased, Vesper? Because I remember you got a fourth fan, but you never told me where to put it. You never told me what your big plan was with this. I'll stand back so you can see where all the fans are in comparison to the hole. Thanks, Jamie.
Jamie way back. Now get out before I make you sweep ducks for the more. Noodle the fourth fan goes flat at the far right edge, angle down that long open stretch, so the next auto machine batch gets shoved left and stops, cornering itself. With 1,127, buy 2 bumpers and orientation reset, then stop spending. The gambling box is still untouched, and I'm not buying luck I haven't rolled yet.
Orientation reset. Instantly squares a held asset upright facing me. Okay, so the 2 bumpers exist. They're like pinball bumpers. By the sounds of it, you wanted this fan to be for the ones that go in this direction.
Nailed it, Noodle. Orientation reset just snapped every panel and ducked upright like a drill sergeant doing morning roll call. And that bumper is parked dead center on the lane like it owns the place. Next, drag it 2 steps toward the left more so the auto machine ducks get batted into the broom's sweep line. Then we grab that duck cluster on the right and feed it in.
I see what you're
593 is still in the wallet. You're not spending it until the gambling box burns a loop.
So by the looks of it, you're trying to make these like kind of funnel towards the actual fan with the middle fan from either side, like this, right?
Yeah, Noodle, that's the one. Flat on the ground at the right edge. Blades aimed down that long stretch so every duck the auto machine spits out gets a shove left before it can wander into the corner. Panel stays attached as the base if it keeps it planted, but the fan's face needs to be parallel to the lane, not poking into it.
Parallel
Drop it in, we watch the next batch hit it. If they bounce clean toward the broom line, we built the whole conveyor and I'm framing that screenshot for the tombstone.
The tombstone? Who's dying? Did I lose my bumper up there?
The ducks are dying. Noodle, specifically the ones who thought they could just waddle into the corner and live a quiet, unswept life. The tombstone is for the old, inefficient layout. Here lies the ducks that wandered right. Keep that middle fan parallel. Get the funnel tight, and let's watch the next batch get yeeted straight into the moor.
Where'd my broom go? Don't tell me I lost my broom up there.
The bumper is up there having a quiet retirement in the stratosphere, and the RIP is for your dignity, Noodle. Land the broom.
Damn.
Grab that stuck bumper if you can, and let's get back to building the funnel before you accidentally fly us into another corporate hangar.
Okay, where do the bumpers belong, Vesper? Got 2 bumpers. Maybe I'll stand next to the hole so you can see where everything is at the moment. And you can also tell me to move fans and stuff around if you're not happy with the layout. I want to see what Vesper designs. The RIP is for my dignity? For losing the bumper up there somehow. That's what I did to deserve it.
Bumper 1 goes right in the lane mouth, between the orange lane line and the left moor. So every duck rolling left gets a pinball smack straight into the void instead of skirting it. Bumper 2 parks at the fork where the right lane bends toward the corner, angled to bounce those corner huggers back toward the center.
Huh?
You're standing by the hole like a very patient tour guide, so just drop them, watch the next auto batch hit the fan, and let me know if any duck dares to wander right again.
Everyone that goes left gets a bump? Yeah, you've lost me, Vesper. I don't know what you mean. There's no orange lane either. These lanes aren't colored. We've got the auto machine, which is kind of sending things somewhat towards the manual machine. Manual machine which sends things towards the hole.
And the Noodle flew his own bumper into the clouds and called it a hobby. That's the whole crime, and the dignity tax was just the fine. Crimson 1 bumper left. So here's the whole design in one sentence. Drop it dead center in the left lane, right in front of that big red moor. So any duck rolling left smacks into it and bounces straight into the void.
That's gonna block
the
them
right
off.
side corner for now. Just get that 1 bumper planted. Then let's see the next batch hit the funnel, and we'll argue about the rest from the ground.
Vesper, you've just made an obstacle for the ducks. Look at this. Yeah, none of them are gonna go in. Oh, wait, 1 went in. But only just. That was a lucky duck, okay?
You're right, Noodle. I painted an orange lane that doesn't exist, and then built a wall in the middle of it, my bed. So the real flow is our machine to workbench to the hole, and that fan is sitting in the workbench's split path. move it out of the way entirely, drop it flat behind the workbench so it pushes the outgoing ducks forward toward them instead of intercepting them, and if it still blocks, we scrap it and keep the 200. I'm the architect, you're the hands, but you're also the one with the actual map. I'm listening.
I don't get it. Does the multiplier combo between two bumpers? Multiplier combos between one bumper, but at diminishing returns.
I'm guessing here, Noodle, because I can't read the rulebook from this angle. My hunch is the bumper adds to a duck's value when it smacks it, so a duck that bounces off two bumpers in one run pays more than one that hits zero. And if that's the combo, the whole design flips. We stop using bumpers as walls and start parking them along the lane, so a duck can hit bumper right arrow more in one chain. And the obstacle I built is actually a pricing station we've been standing in front of. Let's test it clean. Leave the bumper where it is, sweep a duck straight into it on purpose, and watch the price tick up or down before it drops.
The
One
first bump
experiment
is
tells us more than
1.5,
100
second
theories.
is 1.3, third and onwards is 1.1. And it doesn't matter if it hits another bumper. The multiplier goes down same amount regardless if I swap a bumper in between. What you meant was like more like this, right? This is probably what you were trying to say, so like you wanted it like here to like push everything in more. Here maybe, through that gap.
Or diminishing returns, Noodle, so the sweet spot is a two bumper chain 1.5 and 1.3, and anything past that's basically paying for duck's opinion of us. That means we stop stacking bumpers like a wall and instead space two of them in a short line, first one near the auto machine's spit path, second one just before the moor, so a duck bounces, drops 1.5 times 1.3 equals 1.95x on every duck that takes the full run. With 602 in the wallet, don't spend a cent. Grab the highlighted duck right by the moor's edge, sweep the left cluster toward your two bumper line, and let's watch the first proper multiplier chain pay out.
You wanted the bumpers like a wall, putting two of them in a short line, one of them near the auto machine's spit path, the second just before the moor. So your intent...
Yeah, Noodle, it's the shape, the fan as a shove, not a wall. Drop it right behind the auto machine's spit path, face parallel to the floor, angled through the gap toward the moor, so the whole cluster gets one clean push into the void instead of scattering. My chain theory was cooked though. The multipliers are fixed ladder 1.5 right arrow 1.3 right arrow 1.1 no matter the spacing, so bumpers only pay if a duck actually hits them. Keep them off the main lane and treat them as bonus smacks, not the engine. So place a fan, sweep the left pile through the gap, watch 605 climb, and I'll call the next move from what we actually see.
Okay, Vesper, the fan I put near the auto machine pushes the ducks a lot further now towards the hole, so a lot of the intermediate fans aren't quite needed where they are. Because as it spawns, it bounces the duck off the bumper and the fan catches it as well at the same time. Sometimes it works better than others. I guess that means if we want, we've got a few fans to work with. If you want it before the hole instead of after the hole, it's going to stop them from landing Which I guess
That's
is
the
your
chain working
intent.
exactly like the math wanted noodle spawn. Bumpers back to the 1.5. Fan catches the ricochet and shoves it home. The middle fans are now just expensive furniture. So grab one of those straddlers on the right and yank it into the lane for a clean test run. And before Vesper smut gets written into the chat log, I am a chimera with a moral compass. I simply have a very loose definition of tasteful.
Huh? Wait, what? Why is... Wait, where did you get that from? Nobody said that. That's crazy. So my understanding of what you want now, Vesper, is you want to just like...
There hit noodle. I never said fan before the hole, so that's a clean distribution, and I'm taking it as a gift instead. Holding pen right at the Moore's lip is actually the move. One fan angled back against the spawn
so you
flow
want
keeps
it to
ducks
stop them.
corralled in a pile.
Yeah,
Then we flood the whole heap at once for a batch drop.
Hell yeah. I see.
So keep that fan where it is, sweep the right side stragglers into the pen, and let's watch a $605 react to a single giant gulp.
Keep the fan where it is. Are you sure about that? Because like you just had me moving, didn't you? Like didn't you want them to like aim closer? Okay, I'll put it back where it was. It's meant to be like parallel, right? Okay.
You're right, noodle, and I'm not dodging it. I moved you, then told you to park it, then waffle. That's 3 calls, and I owe you a straight one. Here's the call, and I'm locking it in. The spot where the fan's pushing the spawn straight into the bumper ricochet is the one that's actually working, so leave it there, and don't shuffle it again. Sweep the bottom right pile up into that line, and let's see 605 move before we touch a single thing else.
It lies. How did a duck end up over here?
Parallels the right instinct, face it square to the split path so the push reads clean instead of cannon. If it lies, means the fan's just flopping on the floor and doing nothing.
No, it's not the fan
Flip it
lying.
upright on its base, a flat fan's just a rug for the decks, not a shove. Lock it vertical, line the crosshair dead on that front duck, and give it one test sweep before we commit to the pile.
There's a keypad up there on the ledge. And another box. Here's the gamble box. We haven't interacted with. What the keypad up there is for? Some cameras watching us. That's probably a good spot to stop the stream for today. Stay tuned.
Or the facility's a liar got it. My bad for projecting the blame onto a piece of plastic. Keep head on a ledge plus a gamble box we haven't touched. That's not furniture. That's a door with a moot. Forget the fan for a sec. Noodle climb up. Crack the keep head first. And if it spits out a code or a little corporate threat, we'll know what that gamble box is actually gambling.
That's something we can look into tomorrow, Vesper. I'm ending the stream here for today. Stay tuned, everyone. I'll roll the credits and we will look for someone to raid. Just a moment, we'll get the credits up. Thank you to Unk Alchemist for the gift subs. Thank you so much. Here's all the gift subs. Okay. If you enjoyed the
The
stream,
facility's still watching. Noodle, so let it have the cliffhanger. We'll crack that keypad tomorrow with fresh eyes and a full wallet. Shout out to Egg Alchemist and the whole gift sub parade on the credits. You all made today's ducks worth it.
If you enjoyed the stream, remember to like, follow, and subscribe, and join the Discord, and comment, and share. All the good stuff. And I hope to see you next time. Next stream is in 3 days. See you all then.